In the ancient world of Greek mythology, gods needed a way to communicate with each other and with mortals. Enter the divine messengers, celestial beings who kept the lines of communication open between heaven, earth, and the underworld. Two figures stand out in this role, Iris and Hermes. These weren't just message carriers, but multifaceted deities with unique powers and personalities that made them essential to the functioning of the mythological world. Iris, goddess of the rainbow, created colorful arcs across the sky as she traveled between realms. She was the embodiment of peace, connecting gods and humans with her vibrant pathway. Often seen carrying a caduceus borrowed from Hermes, she sometimes transported the waters of the river Styx. Her wings allowed her to travel swiftly across vast distances, making her an ideal divine courier. Then there's Hermes, perhaps the more famous of the two messengers. This quick-witted deity wore winged sandals and a winged helmet, allowing him to zip between Mount Olympus, Earth, and the underworld with incredible speed. But Hermes was more than just fast. He was versatile. God of travelers, merchants, thieves, and boundaries, he moved effortlessly between different worlds and states of being. Artists and sculptors frequently depicted Hermes with his caduceus, a staff entwined with two serpents. This symbol represented his role as a boundary crosser and divine herald, smoothly transitioning between different realms of existence. Hermes' story begins with an audacious act. As a newborn, he stole Apollo's prized cattle and cleverly covered his tracks by making the hoofprints appear backward. When confronted, the infant god presented Apollo with a peace offering, the lyre, a musical instrument he had ingeniously crafted from a tortoise shell. This tale perfectly captures Hermes' character, mischievous, clever, and ultimately charming. His contributions to humanity were numerous. He is credited with inventing the alphabet, various dice games, and several musical instruments. These gifts reflect his nature as a god of communication, chance, and entertainment. One of Hermes' most solemn duties was that of psychopomp, guide to the souls of the dead. When mortals passed away, Hermes would escort them safely to the underworld, ensuring they didn't lose their way in the transition from life to death. His adventures continued throughout mythology. When Zeus needed Io freed from the hundred-eyed giant Argos, Hermes came to the rescue. He lulled the vigilant monster to sleep with music before completing his mission. He also assisted the hero Perseus by lending his winged sandals, helping the mortal navigate his dangerous quest. While Hermes captured much attention, Iris deserves equal recognition. As personification of the rainbow, she symbolized hope and connection. Her appearance often signaled the end of storms and difficult times, bringing a message of peace and renewal. In ancient artwork, Iris appears as a winged young woman, sometimes dressed in colorful, embroidered robes that reflect her rainbow nature. She carried messages with grace and efficiency, often wielding the caduceus or water from the river Styx, which could induce sleep in both mortals and immortals. The influence of these divine messengers extends far beyond ancient Greece. In our modern world, their legacy lives on in surprising ways. Hermes lends his name to a luxury fashion brand and influences our concepts of swift communication. When we talk about speedy delivery or instant messaging, we're channeling the spirit of this fleet-footed god. Iris continues to inspire through the symbolism of rainbows as beacons of hope, diversity, and beauty. Her presence is felt whenever we see these colorful arcs stretching across the sky after rainfall, reminding us that brightness follows even the darkest storms. In literature, art, and popular culture, both messengers appear regularly. From comic books to films, their characteristics inform countless characters who serve as guides, messengers, or boundary crossers. Their influence shapes how we think about communication, transition, and connection. The enduring appeal of Iris and Hermes speaks to something fundamental in human experience: our need to bridge gaps, to connect different worlds, and to communicate across boundaries. Whether through rainbow bridges or winged sandals, these divine messengers remind us of the magic in making connections. Their stories continue to resonate because they embody timeless qualities: speed, versatility, hope, and transformation. In our fast-paced digital age, perhaps we need these mythic messengers more than ever to remind us of the wonder in communication and the beauty in bridging different worlds. The next time you send a message or glimpse a rainbow, remember Iris and Hermes, the original divine messengers, still racing through our collective imagination with their colorful arcs and winged feet, connecting us to the ancient world of myth and to each other.